Hi, it's Jim Delahunt here with Simon Donnelly and Barry Ferguson on BetSafe with our look ahead to the latest Scottish Premiership card. And as ever, Simon and Barry give us their trebles each week, which you can back at betsafe.com. So let's start with those straight away. Simon?
This weekend I'm going to go for the top three: Celtic, Aberdeen and Rangers.
Okay, and Barry?
Yeah, I'm pretty similar. I'm going to go for Celtic, Aberdeen, but I'll take Hearts as well.
Okay, well, we were all successful with our bets last week. You can read mine on the blog on betsafe.com as well. Let's talk about the main game, the game which will be taking part behind us here at Celtic Park. Simon, Celtic Hibs, how's it going to go?
I think there'll be goals in the game. I think I was at the last game here, 2-each draw. Hibs did really well in the game. I think there'll be goals, but I think Celtic will win. I think they've come back after the break. Two professional performances, went behind the Partick during the week there, and the introduction of Lee Griffiths obviously at half time was the catalyst to make the comeback. Hibs get a good result up at Dens, and I think they'll come here and have a go like they did the last time, but I think Celtic will probably sneak it in 3-2. I'll go for goals.
Barry, Hibs, you could probably say, have given Celtic more problems than any other team in the Premiership this season.
Yep, I think it's a bit of age to it with obviously Neil Lennon being a former captain of Celtic and manager. But I see Celtic winning this game. I watched the game against Partick Thistle. First half was a bit disappointing, but the introduction, as Simon said, the Lee Griffiths, what a difference it made to Celtic in the second half. It bamboozles me at times why Lee Griffiths doesn't start for Celtic, but listen, that's Brendan Rodgers' choice. But you see the difference in Celtic when he came on in the second half. His movement causes defenders all sorts of problems, and he's a natural goal scorer. So I expect Celtic to win this one, but Hibs again had a good result up at Dundee midweek, so they've got a bit of confidence. It'll be a great game, but I see Celtic winning this one.
Simon, Lee Griffiths is going to start a lot more if Moussa Dembele goes.
Yeah, and I've listened to Brendan Rodgers' post-match comments in the last two games, and for me it's more likely that Dembele's going to go. Why he's not playing, there's obviously something there. Whether the boys' focus isn't there, we don't know. I'm like Fergie though, I think out the three strikers, I think Griffiths for me is the most potent one there. I think it's obvious when he comes onto the park, his attitude's first class. He's ready to affect the game in a positive manner, and as I say, I'm agreeing with him, it's baffling at times why he doesn't start.
Well, we said the last time we were on here, Barry, that Aberdeen had to step up to the mark against Rangers, and again, it's fair to say they didn't.
Yeah, they fell short again. By all accounts, it was a decent game. Rangers goalkeeper had a fantastic night, but at the end of the day, there's still no won here in a long time. I was expecting it to be a closer game. Rangers did deserve it, and I'm sure Derek will be disappointed, and he'll want to get back to winning ways on Saturday.
You both still fancy them to beat Kilmarnock?
I do, because I think over the last 3 or 4 seasons, I think McInnes they've always bounced back on the back of a negative result. I think with other teams in the league, they usually go and win, and he'll be looking to his team to bounce back again. I think the frustration's there. Obviously, that's 3 times in quick succession they've got beat off Rangers. They've lost their second place in the division on the back of it. I think he has to go now and rejuvenate the team to go on a run and get a few wins on the board. Yeah,
I think he will strengthen as well, because obviously Kenny McLean, they've got a bit of money in from Norwich. I know he's come back on loan, but I expect Derek in the next week or two before the window shuts to go out and strengthen it, because I think in certain areas, I think Niall McGinn coming back will make a big difference. He's still not up to scratch in terms of playing time. Once he gets fit, he'll be a massive signing, and I do expect, as I said, them to go out and spend a bit of money now.
What about Rangers then, Barry? Are they becoming a reliable bet for the punters here on BetSafe?
Yeah, I was interested last night to see how the new signings done. Three of the new boys started. Obviously Jason Cummings come on. Good signings, I've got to be honest with you. I was impressed with the signings. Obviously the board have put a lot of trust in Graham Murray, and he's went out, and obviously they've given him a bit of money, albeit loans, but they've still got to pay the wages. So I think there'll be a safe bet now. I think Graham Murray's now got his feet firmly under the table now, and he's got a decent squad, and there's a lot of competition for places, which hasn't been the case at Rangers for a number of years. So things are looking good. As I say, I'm not going to go overexcited, but it was a good result against Aberdeen last night, and they need to continue that at the weekend.
We want to talk about Hearts, Simon, because they've had a great week.
Had another great week, yeah. Nicking the Scottish Cup tie over their greatest rivals, and a great result at Hamilton as well, 3-0. They're not conceding goals, are they? You know, so as long as you're not conceding goals, you're always giving yourself a chance. I'd like to see them bring a wee bit more to the game going forward. Obviously, the 3 goals the other night's a great result. I thought they were poor against Hibs. I thought it was a poor game at the weekend. But as long as you're keeping clean sheets, you know, you'll move the right direction in the table.
Well, Barry and Simon's boosted ACCAs are available here at betsafe.com, so let's recap them for this weekend, and this time we'll start with Barry.
I'm going for Celtic, Hearts and Aberdeen.
Okay, and for Simon?
Celtic, Rangers and Aberdeen.
Okay, gentlemen, thanks very much indeed. Barry Ferguson and Simon Donnelly here with me, Jim Dillahunt, every week on betsafe.com.